The Canadian Card Collector here, back with another daily deck review, and today we're on day number 286 of a daily deck review, and the deck that we're taking a look at today is the White Gold Knights playing cards from Illusionist. So, with no further ado, let's take a look and see what we get. Here we have the White Gold Knights playing cards, and they're already opened. So as you see, it's a matte white finished tuck box with some gold foiling here on the front. And this was in collaboration with Daniel Madison and Chris Ramsey. Ramsey. So here you got Madison, you got Ramsey, you got like the Knights logo and then Knights down here in that gold metallic. And then on the side is just blank. On the side's also blank. On the bottom you got the Illusionist Playing Card Company. So like there, and then their logo. And then manufactured in Belgium. And I'm not entirely sure what factory or what company these were made by, because I always get like so confused about all the different companies that I always get mixed up in my mind. So it could be, I don't know if it's Cardamone, it's probably not Cardamone, but it could be like, I think there's a company called Expert Playing Card Company. It might be Expert, but I'm not entirely sure. Then on the back, you got some chess pieces. You got the queen, the king, the knight, or you get the pawns, the rook, the knight, the bishop, and the king and queen, the queen and king. Nothing on the top. So overall, pretty minimalistic tuck box, but with a little bit of detailing on it. On the tuck flap, you just got a big gold like bar there, and that like shiny like foiling there. On the inner tuck flaps, you got nothing there, so that matte white finish. We take the cards out of the box. On the inside tuck box is where it's fully custom. You kind of got like a checkerboard, a chessboard kind of design like that, like the gold and white kind of checkerboard pattern all the way through. And then you got like the knight there on the top. So always like to see fully custom interiors, which is pretty nice. Now that we're to look at the tuck box, time to take a look at the cards. And first we'll start with that back design. Here we have a mirrored back design with the standard white border. And you got it's golden white metallic, no, it's a golden white background, the gold and white back design colorway, and the gold is metallic, so you got some gold metallic there. And this is a different stock and finish than your regular like, United States Playing Card Company, so they would handle a little different. For the back design here, you got a bunch of gold like chess pieces. You got the knights, the kings, the rooks, the pawns. You got all of them, like the bishops there. All the chess pieces there, just repeating over and over again. And there's a mirrored back design, so you flip it over. Same design in both directions, which is pretty nice. Now for the cards you get with the deck. Here we start with the first Joker. It says Joker there in that gold metallic. And then you got one of the chess pieces there. I'm not entirely sure what that is. It could be the rook. But I'm not entirely, it's probably not the rook. It's probably like a queen or king or something. And then you got like the crow or raven there. Then a little signature down there. For the second Joker, it's an identical Joker. So two identical Jokers. And then you got the little like Ramsey, Kush Ramsey, kind of like little extra card. It says R for like Ramsey. Then you got the 4 and a little the knight. And then you got another one where the knight's facing a different way and it says M and a 9 for Daniel Madison. Just the back zone on the back. And then you got the custom ace of spades here. You got the nice like big spade there. That's kind of like all the different like chess pieces. I guess you got the chessboard there. And then the sword, the 2 knights. Whatever that like little fancy design is. And then it says Knights, Madison Ramsey. And it says the Illusionist Playing Card Company. And then there was the cards are like fairly standard. They look a slightly smaller pip there in the middle. Like the pips are definitely smaller in the middle, but it's pretty much just like a standard like deck. Nothing like overly crazy. Then we get to the court cards, the Jack, Queen, and King of Spades. Fully standard for the most part. And then you got that gold metallic, like it's mostly like a black and white deck. black and white court cards with a little bit of gold metallic in there. Then you got like the Jack and the Queen are standard, but then some of the court cards have like custom faces. So here we have the King of Spades here, and that what I believe these are actual people's faces, and I think this is David Blaine here on the King of Spades. Then we got to the diamonds here, custom diamonds, and the gold metallic ink with the little black border going around, and that goes throughout the rest of the diamonds. And then we get back to the court cards and that black and white colorway with the little gold metallic in it. And then you got the King of Diamonds. I'm not entirely sure who that is. It could be Daniel Madison. I'm pretty sure it's Daniel Madison. Then you got a little 9 of clubs revealed there on the hand. And then you got the clubs here. Same thing, black and white court cards. This was the little bit of gold metallic ink. And then you got a custom face with a King of Clubs. And I'm not entirely sure who that is. The Queen is standard. And then the Jack, also has a custom face. Not sure who that is either. But then we get to the rest of the clubs. They're pretty standard, just smaller pips once again. And then lastly, we got the hearts, Jack, Queen, and King of Hearts. And the only custom face here is the King of Hearts. They're still in that black and white color with the gold metallic. And then the face, I'm pretty sure that's Chris Ramsey. Ramsey there on the King of Hearts. And then the hearts are that like gold metallic with the black border. And they're the smaller size pips. And now that we look at the cards, time to test the handling. So we'll start with the springs. And just based off that first one, the cards are a little bit more stiffer. Like they're still pretty smooth, but they got a little bit more stiffness to them. But they still seem to be pretty smooth. Cards seem a little bit thinner for some reason. I don't know, it just feels like there's not like all the cards here. It feels like I'm missing cards. I know I'm not, but like it just feels like it. Well, you still got some pretty smooth springs. Nice and springy. You got that more slightly thicker stock, but not like overly thick or anything. Still pretty easy to spring. Now for the fans. As you can see, they spread pretty evenly. You can see most of the pips and numbers. No real stickiness or clumpiness to the cards. Pretty consistent and even overall. Now onto the Pharaoh. I'm saying a pretty decent Pharaoh. I kind of a little messed it up there. Like, they didn't interlock weave like perfectly. But now for a giant fan of that back design. Now time for that reverse Pharaoh. And they reverse Pharaoh pretty nicely there, pretty smoothly. The interlock weave a lot better this time. Now for a giant fan of the faces. Now time for the riffle shuffle or bridge shuffle. Well, like I say, they riffle shuffle and bridge shuffle pretty smoothly. Nothing overly crazy, but just an average riffle. No issues with the riffle shuffles or bridge shuffles. Now on to the packet cuts. Well, like I say, the pack cuts were pretty nice. Overly smooth. They're pretty smooth. Not like super slippery or anything, which is nice. Pretty good pack cuts. Now time for that one-handed cut or shelly egg cut. Now time for the dribble. Like I say, pretty nice dribbles there. Pretty smooth. No issues with the dribbles. Now time for that spread fan. And lastly, spread the cards on the table. Well, I gotta say, this has been one of my favorite lineups from Illusionist. And it's a pretty fantastic design as well. I like the colorway of the gold on the white. The nice contrast, and you get that gold metallic ink there. I just really like that kind of like chest theme to it. Pretty nice. And then for the faces are definitely custom. They're just standard, but also custom at the same time. So the clubs and the spades are pretty standard looking. There's like a slightly smaller pip within there. But then you get the hearts and the diamonds. Let me just, and the hearts and the diamonds, there's the same like smaller pips. They just have the gold metallic ink instead of the red colorway. It's gold metallic ink with a little black border for that. And then the court cards, where the court cards go, you got the court cards were just like black and white colorway with a little bit of gold metallic ink. So a lot of gold metallic ink used in this deck, which is pretty nice. So overall, fantastic design. No issues with the design. And I really especially like that back design. And then for the handling, they're slightly more thicker of a deck. Nothing like overly crazy. It's still like super smooth though. No issues with the handling. But they are from a different like manufacturer. Because I mostly have United States Playing Card Company decks. But I do like test other decks from time to time with different stocks and finishes. And this is definitely one of them. Being from Belgium. So they still handle fence pretty good. For being a different factors made deck. But with that being said, I hope you enjoyed. And this has been day 286 of Daily Deck Review. This has been the White Gold Knights playing cards from Illusionist. And I'm the Canadian Card Collector signing off the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.